Our brand is called Celsius 1062. It's a brand we started in 2006 with two friends. We're based in Paris, French team, now 10 people, but 8 engineers. It's really a company about innovation, creation, trying to develop crazy concepts. The idea that made us start this company was that when we look at people, the way they use their mobile phones, they have a really strong relationship to this mobile phone. They use it every day, quite a lot. They have a lot of interactions with that phone. You know, they make calls, much more than with a watch. However, difference between a phone and a watch. A phone usually after 6 months or 12 months you throw away, and then you buy a new one. So that's why do you do that? Why can't we have a mobile phone that will go through your entire life? The good days, the bad days that will bring emotions, that you will build a relationship with. Why can't we develop a product like this? That was the basis. We at Celsius, we love mechanics. We love beautiful mechanics. We love beautiful cars. We love beautiful watches. This is a source of inspiration. My friend Thomas, who is our designer, the creator, the one who has all who sketches all the products. One day was in the airplane and had to turn off his mobile phone. He didn't have a watch. Then suddenly he realized that he woke up in the middle of the night in the plane and didn't have the time, so he had to ask the stewardess. And then he thought, oh, maybe we can create a mobile phone with a watch inside. That was the other part of the story. So now the vision of Celsius, what we're trying to do, our dream is to create crazy mobile phones, of course, mechanical mobile phones, autonomous mechanical mobile phones. What do we mean by that? We're trying to develop phones, or phones are our playground. Phones are products we want to rethink, we want to look at the functions of the phone and mechanize them. And in parallel to that, we're working on concepts to harvest the energy that the user generates when he uses his mobile phone to power the mechanics, but also to power the phone. That's our dream. So one day we want to have a phone which is almost all the functions mechanical, and you can charge yourself by using it, a little bit like the automatic watch. This is the dream, this is where we want to go, this is what makes people at Celsius wake up every morning with a big smile and go to work. Now, since 2010, we have presented the company to the world, so it took us about 4 or 5 years of development before we started talking about the project. 2010, we presented the first concept phone and started commercializing it in 2011. The first phone we created is called Le 10. Le 10 is a really symbolic phone for us. It is symbolic in the sense that it is the first mechanical phone ever created. It is a phone that symbolizes the fusion or the merger between telecommunication and watchmaking. We see this first creation as, or we wanted it to be, the ultimate pocket watch of the 21st century. It should be the accessory, a little bit like the gentleman in the French, British, whatever society in the 19th century. They were wearing their beautiful pocket watch with a chain. That's what we want to be. That's what we wanted to create. So we said this first creation should be the ultimate pocket watch of the 21st century. And as you probably know, about 200 years ago, Abraham Wimberger created the tourbillon. What is the tourbillon? The tourbillon was created to compensate the effect of gravity on pocket watches, on the movement of pocket watches, to increase the accuracy of pocket watches that were always in the same direction in a pocket, a little bit like the pocket for a mobile phone. So we thought, why don't we use this concept in a mobile phone? It is really legitimate since the phone is always in the same position. So we decided to include a tourbillon inside the phone, inside our first creation, but only in the first creation. So we're planning to produce through the different limited editions, extremely limited edition and unique pieces. We're talking about small limited edition of, for example, 8 pieces, like this one, 8, only 8. We're probably going to produce about 40 pieces. That means around the world, in the entire history of telecommunication and watchmaking, there's going to be only 40 mobile phones with tourbillon. A little bit like other brands do, and I could mention, for example, Harry Winston. Harry Winston has this concept of opus. We work in a similar manner, in the sense that all our products are extremely limited, and once we're done with the concept, we don't touch it anymore. For example, the tourbillon, we're not going to have next year tourbillon big date or the tourbillon chronograph. This is finished. Next year, we do something different. This is what we do. So that keeps the value, the uniqueness of our product. So what is special about this tourbillon? beyond the fact that if you want, you can make calls with it. What is interesting is it has about 700 mechanical parts. 700 mechanical parts, 350 are in the tourbillon itself, and about 350 in the phone. If you compare it to watches, it's the equivalent of some of the grand complications, the biggest grand complications from the most well-known brands. So it gives you an idea of the complexity. To produce one phone like this, it takes us about 6 months. We have 35 engineers, craftsmen, and watchmakers working on each of those single phones. With that constraint, it gives us the possibility to create pretty much 2 pieces per month. So every month we have coming out of the factory two phones, which is nothing compared to, you know, if you look at Nokia or Motorola, we're talking about 100,000 millions of phones. Here we're talking about 2 per month, which is crazy. If we look a little bit into the movement, it's this beautiful movement with hour, minute, and a power reserve of 120 hours. I'm going to show you another one, so you can see a different version. This is the all black, also limited to 8 pieces. All our phones have a concept that we call the remontage papillon in French, or butterfly winding system. What is that? As we said, we don't want to just copy-paste the watch on the phone. We didn't want to just put a watch on the phone. We wanted to integrate it in the phone. That is the first step towards our dream of a fully mechanical phone. So what we created is this butterfly winding system, and what it does is that every time you open, maybe you hear the small noise. Basically, every time you open, you generate 3 hours of power reserve for the mechanics. For the moment, it's only powering the mechanics, but in the future, one day, not so far, we will be also powering the phone itself. So we have this system that powers the phone. When you use it, you check a message. Oh, 3 hours more power reserve into my mechanics. I can check the time. I have a beautiful tourbillon. The tourbillon is protected with shock absorbers. Phones tend to fall to the ground. That's why we had to protect it as much as possible. We have small springs that protect the tourbillon in case there's a shock. It is all sapphire crystal, titanium, and what is really special about this new collection that we're launching during BaselWorld, called Furtive, is that the entire structure is made out of carbon fiber. A lot of people have used carbon fiber for cosmetic reasons, to make like a nice filling on the top, taping a little bit of carbon fiber. What we did is we took a big block of carbon fiber. It took us about 18 months to prepare this technology. We took a big block of carbon fiber and then started miling into it. It takes about 1 month to produce one case in carbon fiber. There's about 20 million fibers inside, and it's extremely resistant and much lighter than the titanium. So this is really the first time ever in history that not only you have a tourbillon, but on top of that you have a mechanical phone with a carbon fiber structure. Now if we look at the back, or maybe inside, let's start with the inside. What's interesting inside is, well, first it's a limited edition, so it's engraved, so you know that nobody else will have the same phone as you have. Everything is sapphire crystal, you cannot scratch it. Everything is hand finished. You have here the screen for the phone with a simple technology. We compare it to the simplest Nokia in the 90s. We're not trying to do a smartphone. We're really trying to do the best, high quality, simple phone ever produced. It's a phone to call, to send messages, so that if the way you use it today, in 20 years, you will be able to use it exactly the same way. Something also interesting is to see that on one side you have the technology, and here you have the mechanics. You see the beautiful tourbillon manufactured in Switzerland by a team of the best watchmakers you can find, people who worked for Patek Philippe, for François-Paul Jouan, from some of the best brands, who were extremely enthusiastic to work for us on a product that is totally different from whatever they've done before, but who could bring the level of accuracy, of precision and finishing that you would expect in a product like this one. So here you have the fusion of the two worlds, mechanics and telecommunication. And what's interesting is that whenever you make a call, you can listen to the beautiful music of the tourbillon, which is something we love. Here you have the keypad. The keypad is made of sapphire crystal. We have different versions. For example, we have the Cyrillic version of the keypad, we have the Chinese, we have the Arabic, we have the different software, Russian software, Ukrainian software, French software, all the different versions available. Now we said to go beyond the creation, of the mechanics on the front, we wanted to mechanize other aspects of the phone. So for example, we mechanized the system to eject the battery. If you press on this button, you see automatically the battery is ejected, a little bit like the tape in the old camera recorders. Why did we do that? Not only because it's fun, it's mechanical, but also in case the phone falls to the ground, this system will automatically eject the battery and protect the phone from being damaged. Here we have an extremely simple system to put the SIM card. You put your SIM card, close it, start the battery, the mobile phone, and then you can go home with a functioning mobile phone. It's really an easy technology, easy to start using, and probably one of the highest quality mobile phone you can find on the market in terms of the level, the quality of the communication, the voice, and also the quality of the connection to the network, and also with a long battery. Because we hate people who have to recharge their phone every day, like you would happen with a smartphone. So once again, we see it more, not as a mobile phone, more like a piece of art. We believe we could be this could be seen as maybe the Rolls Royce of the mobile phone, a mobile phone that is really intimate, something that you will use through the best moments of your life, maybe to call the family and friends, whereas maybe to the other side you have phones that are more like smartphones that are the business phones. This is the phones for the best moments in your life, not the business side of the life. And then I don't have everything here, but obviously a phone like this had to be created with a number of accessories. So maybe you'll see that another time, but we created a box in ebony about that size. It's 12 kilos. It's an amazing experience when you open this box with a beautiful phone in the middle and secret drawers. You press the different secret drawers, you will find, for example, the holster. Holsters allow you to wear the phone like a gun under your jacket. We have a nice pouch just to protect the phone in leather. We have the headset that we designed and developed just for Celsius. We have the system of the chain, because obviously the phone sometimes can fall, so to protect it we have a little bit like for pocket watches, a system that prevents it from falling. We have the docking station that allows you to connect to your computer to synchronize your contacts, for example, or your agenda. We developed all those accessories. They're visible in the case over there, and they all come together with the phone for the owners. So this is really, like, for us, the first step for Celsius. We have a lot of concepts in the pipeline, many products to come, more and more mechanization and crazy ideas. So this one, the one we presented, we're presenting at BaselWorld. We have 3 limited edition. You can only see 2 here. It's called Le 10 Furtif. Furtif, why? Because it means stealth technology, a little bit like the B-2 planes you can't see on the radar. This is the kind of technology we used in this one, and we did 3 limited edition. 8 pieces in carbon fiber and pink gold, numbered from 1 to 8. 8 pieces in carbon fiber all black, number 1 to 8. And another one that I don't have here, unfortunately, is all in carbon fiber with platinum inserts, number 1 to 8. The price is 250,000 euros, excluding taxes. So basically there's going to be about 20 of those phones around the world, and then we'll be done, finished, never a tourbillon phone again. They will be available as of May 2012, so it's about 2 to 3 months from now. It's really the first time we show it to the public, and I think the reaction of the people who have seen it is quite interesting. They love the design, they love the concept, they like the fact that they can play with it, and we see a lot of people, you know, spending 10 minutes talking to us, just playing with the phone, and that's what we want. We want people to see it as something you want just to touch and experience with.